Ever want to know more about the deepest, darkest depths of your psyche? The parts of which are so ingrained in your subconscious that even you don't know they're there. Sure, you could go to a psychologist and get professional guidance in discovering who you really are, or you could just watch this video on the internet and find out for free. Let's get started.
Amazing!
The cube test. This personality test from Japan involves a lot of visualization, so please listen closely and follow along with my instructions for this to work. Right, close your eyes and imagine you're in a desert, looking out over the sand. Somewhere ahead of you, you see a cube. Concentrate on the cube. Picture it in your mind. It could be any kind of cube you want, any size, any color, any texture. Near the cube is a ladder. Just like with the cube, picture the ladder in your mind. Think about how it looks, how it's positioned, what is it made out of. Now you notice a horse standing next to the cube and ladder. Again, picture the horse in your mind. What's it doing? How is it standing? What colour is it? You notice a change in the weather. A storm is coming. One last time, picture the storm. What does it look like? How disastrous is it? Got all that? Great, you're halfway to knowing yourself. Here is what the cube test says about your personality. The cube represents your ego. Its size is a reflection of the size of your sense of self. Don't worry, you aren't a total jerk if you imagined a big cube. A larger cube just means that you have a solid idea of who you are. A smaller cube means you're still figuring out who you are. A small cube could also mean that you hold complex ideas about the very concept of ego, and you look at the universe from a less individual point of view. The transparency of the cube is a reflection of your willingness to be open with others. For example, a clear glass cube means you probably didn't have to tell everyone you know all the intimate details of that rash you had last week. If you imagined a completely opaque cube, that apparently reveals that you wouldn't even risk telling your secrets to a brick wall. And what about that ladder? Well, that represents your friends. The proximity of the ladder to the cube indicates how close you are with your friends. If the ladder is leaning against the cube, this means that you are reliable and you always support the people you care about. The material composing the ladder is an indication of how strong you feel your bonds with your friends are. If the ladder is made of something strong and sturdy like steel or hard wood, your friends are likely just as important to you as your family. They're probably just as annoying too. A more flimsy material like rope or plastic means you need to have a few more friends' nights out before you can reach Frodo and Sam levels of friendship. And what about the horse? Well, that represents your feelings about romantic and sexual relationships with humans. That's a pretty important distinction to make. This is all symbolic stuff we're dealing with here. If the horse is wearing any tack or is tied up, then you prefer control in your relationships. The more gear your horse is wearing, the more control you like to have. So if that horse you imagined was muzzled and carrying 100-pound saddle bags, maybe consider taking a meditation class or something. Learn to let stuff go. If the horse is naked, then you trust your romantic partners completely. Personally, I don't know how you resist the urge to read their phone when they're not around. The horse's behaviour tells of how you like your romance. If it's going buck wild, then you like something steamy and tumultuous. If your horse is just chilling out, you enjoy a quiet romance. If your horse seems playful, you like to flirt. If it's sleeping, you probably prefer the company of your cat. And that storm, what's that about? Well, the storm is all about your stress levels. Is it loud? Is it terrifying? If so, then you do not react well to stressful situations, and you're probably dealing with some pretty bad stress right now. If the storm is light or far off in the distance, then you don't stress easily, and everyone else taking this test hates you for it. But you don't care, do you? If the storm is all around you, and you're enjoying it, then you, my friend, thrive in high-stress situations. But the desert is harsh, so let's go somewhere more pleasant and less sandy for the next test. The woods test. This one is also Japanese in origin. Imagine this, you're walking in the woods. Are you walking with anyone? Who are you walking with? Then you see an animal. What kind of animal is it? Does the animal do anything? How do you react to the animal's presence? The animal is gone now, and you keep walking. You notice a cup on the ground. Picture the cup. What is it made of? Do you do anything with the cup? What do you do? You continue deep into the woods and you come to a clearing where you see a body of water. Is it a river, a lake, or something else? Now you want to cross the water, so you do. How did you cross the water? Again, quite a lot to absorb, but hopefully you got the picture. Here's what the woods have to say about you. The person you are walking with is the person who is most important to you. If you are walking alone, you're selfish, turn this video off and go learn how to love. Just kidding. If you are walking alone, that just means you know how to take care of yourself, and you're fairly self-sufficient. The animal is your problems. The size of the animal indicates your perception of how big your problems are. If the animal was acting in a threatening manner, your problems are severe. If it behaved passively, you have your problems under control. How you reacted to or interacted with the animal tells of how you deal with your problems. If you tried to scare it away, you take initiative in problem-solving situations. If you wrestled with it, you like to get deeply involved with the problem-solving process. If you observe the animal, you take a more passive approach to problem-solving. And what about that cup? I hope you weren't picturing two girls with it. The cup represents your relationship with the person walking with you, or your relationship with yourself if you were walking alone. The material the cup is made of indicates how strong that relationship is. The stronger the material, the stronger the bond. If you were walking alone, then the cup represents your level of self-confidence. A metal or stone cup means you have lots of confidence. A fragile china or glass cup means you may want to join the Toastmasters. If the cup was disposable, then you think confidence is a myth and personality tests are stupid, and quite frankly I'm surprised you made it this far. I take that back. I thought up a Starbucks cup. Now on to that body of water. The water represents your feelings about love. How did you cross the water? How wet you got while crossing the water indicates how important love is to you. If you swam across and got soaked, then this indicates that love is very important to you. If, on the other hand, you took a raft or boat and got splashed a little, then you have a balanced attitude about love. If you put on a raincoat and sealed yourself in a high-tech, watertight submarine, you need to go watch some Care Bears. Congratulations, you now know yourself fully and completely, and you didn't even have to get up out your chair. Was this test helpful? Did you learn anything about yourself, and what did you learn? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to Be Amazed.